به أجمعين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا وفقها في الدين يا رب العالمين وألحقنا بعبادك الصالحين. يقول الله عز وجل: يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها فيما أنت من ذكراها إلى ربك منتهاها إنما أنت منذر من يخشاها كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا إلا عشية أو ضحاها. Last week we started on a very important topic. This was regarding the signs of the Day of Judgment. Today, inshallah, we will be covering the signs of Dajjal, his mischief, and everything to do with Dajjal. Here, the author, Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri, and those who have gathered it, Mufti Shafi Usmani and Mufti Afzal Hussain Ilyas, who translated this, they have given approximately over from 25 to 81. So quite a bit of information about Dajjal, inshallah. Let's go through this. We done the first 24 last week. This week, inshallah, we'll continue with from number 25. Physical features of Dajjal. He will be a youth resembling Abdul Uzza ibn Qatan. We done the hadith last week in our khutbah. Okay, he will be 26. He will be wheat colored with curly hair. His hair will be curly. So he will be a youth resembling Abdul Uzza ibn Qatan, was someone from their time, from Rasulullah's time. Then he will have wheat colored. He will be wheat colored with curly hair. The next one, 27, both of his eyes will be defective. Now, when we talk about Dajjal, normally we say he's one-eyed. He's not one-eyed. He's got two eyes, but both of his eyes are defective. The right eye, is squint. The right eye is squint, and the left eye is protruding. It's like Dajjal, one of Dajjal's eyes is coming out, and the other one is squint-eyed. So it's both of them are defective. His right eye will be squint and the left eye will have a swelling pupil. The word kafir will be written on his forehead in Arabic. The word kafir will be written on his forehead, and even a person that doesn't know how to read Arabic, it doesn't matter, he will still be able to label him and know that this is definitely the Dajjal. So you don't need to be a knower of the Arabic language to know that kafir is written on his forehead. Every single mu'min will know whether he's literate or illiterate, whether Dajjal is Dajjal. You know, he will have the word kafir written on his forehead. Now the next point, 32, he will ride a donkey whose ears will be the distance of 40 hands apart. So the donkey's ears will be like the ears of elephants. Will be like the ears of elephants. Number 33, his speed will be swift, like the clouds and the wind. His speed will be such that he will travel very fast, extremely fast. He will be very swift in his coverage. With his speed, he will roam around the world as if the earth will be folded up for him. So he will go so fast as if meaning the earth will be so easy for him to travel upon. Number 35, he will spread every fitna of fasad on earth. All types of fitna he will unleash. Number 36, he will not be able to enter Makkah, Medina, and Baytul Muqaddas. These are three sacred places in Islam, of which the Dajjal will not be able to enter: Makkah, Medina, and Baytul Muqaddas. Here it mentions number 37, in that time there will be 7 doors in Medina, 7 gates in Medina. Number 38, the angels will be patrolling each road in Makkah and Medina and will not allow Dajjal to enter. Dajjal cannot enter Makkah, Medina, and Baytul Muqaddas. Those three. Medina at that time will have 7 gates. From the 7 gates, angels will be guarding the roads leading to Makkah and leading to Medina. Munawwara, Masjidun Nabawi. Then what will happen? He will stop outside Medina at the edge of salty lands. This is called Dharil Ahmar and Khandaq. Dharil Ahmar and Khandaq. These are the two areas that he will camp outside of Medina because he is not allowed to enter Medina. There's angels guarding Medina with swords. If he tries to come in, he'll get sliced. Okay, there's no chance for him to enter Medina. He will not stop out of Medina. Okay, we spoke about this. Number 40, he will overwhelm and overpower the people outside of Medina. So the people outside of Medina, they will be put into trial. They will be put into great trial and he will overpower them, meaning he will defeat them. Number 41, that's why it comes in the hadith, we done this previously last year, regarding Medina will be like a furnace. It flushes out, it takes out all the bad. Only the good can stay in Medina. This is regarding the time of Imam al-Mahdi especially, and Imam and Isa alayhi salam when he comes down. He will overwhelm, we done this. Number 41, there will be a period there where there will be 3 earthquakes in Medina that will destroy all the hypocrites. Yes, this is the way hypocrites will be taken out from Medina. Earthquake, what we call in Bangladesh, Bhumikompo. 3 earthquakes will take place in Medina, and through those 3 earthquakes, all the hypocrites, the munafiqeen, they will exit Medina. There will be no more munafiqeen left in Medina. Number 42, the hypocrites will be the helpers of Dajjal. Of course, the hypocrites, the munafiqeen, are the helpers of, are the ansar of Dajjal. They are the helpers of Dajjal. Women will be amongst the first to follow Dajjal. We all know this from Sahih Hadith. Number 44, Medina will rid of all hypocrites. The day this occurs will be called the day of Najat, the day of salvation, the day of savior. Number 45, when the people will disturb him, he will retreat angrily. Meaning the people of Medina, when they start to disturb Dajjal, Dajjal will retreat. Dajjal will go back, will go out of, will leave. Now, we go on to the fitna of Dajjal. The fitna of Dajjal will be so severe that there will be no greater fitna in human history compared to it. We always speak of fitna, and we are going through one of the greatest fitna right now amongst Muslims. In China, in Uyghurs, Palestine, Gaza, Yemen, Lebanon, many countries are going through so many types of fitna, murders upon murders, mass murders, genocide. But when Dajjal comes, it's going to be much, much, much greater and much worse. So what we are facing and what we are seeing on live television will be 10 times worse, will be 100 times worse. Why? Because there is no fitna like the fitna of Dajjal. Rasulullah warned of Dajjal, and every single Nabi, every single Anbiya that came from Adam alayhi salam right until Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, all of them warned of the fitna of Dajjal. So for example, we quote, as on the mimbars, we normally quote the story of Genghis Khan and the Mongols, how they took over Iraq and Baghdad, and how they shed blood in the millions. They had mountains of skulls. This will be way worse than Genghis Khan and anything that's ever seen in history, in human history. When Dajjal comes, this will be the worst fitna of all of mankind. This is the reason why every Nabi informed his ummah about this fitna of Dajjal. Number 48, no other Nabi gave the details that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave his ummah. Of course, we have been given the most amount of information regarding Dajjal. Number 49, Dajjal will be the first to claim prophethood, and then he will claim godhood. So first Dajjal when he comes out, he will claim to be a prophet. He will claim to be a Nabi. But of course, everyone will reject him. And then later on, he will say that he's divine and he is Allah himself. And of course, the Muslims, the mu'mineen at the time that will be put through great difficulty, they will reject him. They will reject him. Next, we go on to number 50. He will have with him a huge treasure and quantity of food. Treasures will be going with him. He will have so much wealth at the time when there's so much famine and drought. People will be in extreme hunger. People will be in extreme drought and famine. No food, no cattle, no animals, nothing to eat. People are probably eating grass and leaves of trees. But at that time, Dajjal, this is why Dajjal will be the biggest fitna. Dajjal will come with wealth. He will take out wealth from the earth. He will take out his animals that will be with him and following him on their pastures. His pastures will become, with one hand indication, all the animals will become fattened. All the grass will become green. So this will be a huge test for the Muslims. So here, the hidden treasures of the earth will come out at his command and follow him. Whatever's inside the earth, gold, other minerals that are inside the earth will come out through his order. He will order the earth, gold will come out. He will order the earth, the plants will sprout out. The trees will bear fruits when there's no fruits. Subhanallah. So this will, of course, all of this will be from the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one can do anything by themselves. Allah will give this Dajjal the power to do this, the power to do such things. Everything is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 52, he will heal, cure the born blind and lepers. Subhanallah. So Dajjal will be given such powers that a person who was born blind, anda, in Bengali, anda, a person who doesn't have eyesight, he will wipe over his eyes and his eyes will come back. Imagine a person, a boy, a girl that was born blind. He doesn't have eyesight, no eyes at all his life. Dajjal will touch his eyes, his eyesight will come back. Of course, with the permission of Allah. Lepers is a skin disease. You know, this skin disease is a continuous skin disease that will cure through his, because he will command it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send shaitans with him to talk to the people. He mentions a story. A villager will ask him, I want to see my parents. My parents have passed away. Dajjal will bring out these two devils, these two shaitans, in the form of his parents. This is why we shouldn't get deceived. This is why we shouldn't get deceived. Dajjal will take out shaitans in the form of your parents, your dead parents. And they will say, follow him, son, oh son. He's your Lord. He's your Lord, follow him. This is deception to the limits. Look at AI. AI is deceptive. You don't know if it's true or false anymore. Anything. So, this is very dangerous. So, Dajjal will play like AI, but in real life AI. Not fake on screens. So imagine these two shaitans, they will say that follow, meaning these two parents of his normal person, he'll think this is my mom, my dad. He's taken them out of the grave. They're telling me to follow Dajjal. So let me follow him. He's my Lord. He's my Allah. So this will be the case. Number 55, there will be two angels having the resemblance of two Nabis with him. They will belie him as a test in such a way that the listener will testify on hearing him. With Dajjal, just like there will be two shaitans, there will be two angels as well. So when Dajjal tries to trick a mu'min, the angels will belie him. The angels will say, this guy is lying. This Dajjal is lying. And the mu'min will be able to hear them. The mu'min will be able to hear the two angels with him. Just like he can deceive the non-mu'min or the mu'min that has weak faith with the two shaitans, likewise the two angels with Dajjal will belie his actions and belie his falsity. Next one we go on to, whoever testifies, accepts Dajjal will become a kafir and all his previous deeds will be null and void. Whoever will reject him will have all his sins forgiven. Anyone who follows him, all his Islam and everything that he had will go down the drain. That's why Rasulullah says when Dajjal comes out, don't go to confront him. Don't go to confront him. Because if you go and confront him, your iman will go. You think your iman is strong, when you meet him, your iman will go away. Okay? So, Dajjal is not someone that we want to face. Dajjal is not someone that we want to face. So anyone that believes in him becomes a kafir, and all of his good deeds, all of his previous umrahs and hajjs and everything, zakat and hajj and ramadans that he's done and salahs that he's done, everything's gone down the drain. Okay? And the person who rejects him, all his previous sins are forgiven. Because this is the most extreme thing to do. And at that time, you have to have the most highest level of iman in order for you to be able to do that. And there will be only one person, and we're going to go through that story, inshallah. One major fitna will be that when one will accept Dajjal's word, on his instructions, the clouds will provide rain and the land will sprout vegetation. I spoke about this. On his instruction, Dajjal will say rain and it will rain. Dajjal will say grow food and it will grow food on the earth. The greenery will appear, plantation will appear, fruits will appear immediately, instantaneously. Subhanallah. You know, this is all with the cattle will become plump. Every other cattle, the Muslims' cattle, they will be dying away. The Muslims will be at that time extremely tested to the limits. Extremely tested to the limits, where it says they will hide in such a way that even they will burn the string of the bow and arrow, you know, the bow. They will burn the arrow, bow, the string of the bow, just to eat, because there's nothing to eat. Whereas Dajjal, he will turn everything green. He will turn the plantation. He will have fruits, he will have vegetation, he will have everything with him. Whoever follows him will get everything in the dunyawi terms. In brief, all those that will not follow Dajjal will be in great difficulty. Number 59, no person will be able to kill Dajjal besides Isa alayhi salam. The only person that can kill Dajjal is Isa alayhi salam. No one else has the right or can kill Dajjal except Isa alayhi salam. In the forms of river, valley, okay, here of course we know that Dajjal will show a person Jannah and Jahannam. His Jannah will be Jahannam and his Jahannam will be Jannah. Whoever goes into his Jahannam, it will be as if he's gone into a cool river. It mentions it will be like a cool river. And whoever goes into his Jannat, he will go into the eternity of the fire of Jahannam. Okay? So this is extreme deception. This is extreme. This is much more than AI. AI is the beginning. AI is the beginning of the 30 liars. ثَلَاثُونَ كَذَّابُونَ دَجَّالُونَ. Dajjal will cut a mu'min. He will get only one opportunity. This is only one opportunity. He will saw. He's going to have a saw to cut through a mu'min from the head right until his private part, and the person will split into two. The person will be split into two. He will cut him, one slice. Boom. His whole body in two pieces. A mu'min. This is a mu'min. Then what? He will show his followers that, look, I can revive the person. Allah will give the permission, and both parts of the body. Now imagine a person being split into two with a saw. And then both parts of the body, again, he orders it and it comes back together and the person comes back alive. Subhanallah. This is great, you know. But this is only, he will get only one chance to do this. Only once Dajjal will have the chance to do this. Revive a person from the dead. That person will say, now I have more firm iman of your Dajjaliyah. Of your Dajjaliyah. So he will have more confirmation that this is definitely Dajjal. And then of course he will go away, he will run away from Dajjal. Dajjal will cut a mu'min youth, a young boy, young youth with his sword or his saw. Then he will cut it and he will, with the order of Allah, and he will become alive. Then he will order it and it will come, he will call it and he will come back alive. Dajjal will ask him to state who his Rabb is. He will reply, my Rabb is Allah and you are Dajjal, the enemy of Allah. I am today more certain than before of your Dajjaliyah. Dajjaliyah means deception. Deception. Number 65, besides this person, Dajjal will not be able to have the ability of killing and bringing back anyone to life again. Okay, this is the only person that Allah will give the permission for Dajjal to bring back alive from killing him. Number 66, Dajjal's fitna will be for 40 days. And this mentions that the first day, and this is in Sahih Hadith in Bukhari and Muslim, Dajjal's fitna will be for 40 days. His first day will be like 1 year. His first day will be like 1 year to us. So 1 year, his second day will be like 1 month. His third day will be like 1 week. And the rest of the 37 days that he will be on earth will be like normal days, like our days. Okay? So it will be like as if he's here on earth for 1.5 years for us. For us, it will be like as if Dajjal is here on earth for 1.5 years. Approximately, I'm not saying. Okay? During this period, there will be 3 Muslim cities. One at the edge of the 2 cities, Allahu Alam where this is specifically. One, Hira in Iraq, and one in Syria. Now in Syria, you'll see there's a lot of things happening in Syria at this time. At this time when Dajjal comes out, and the Muslims, they seek refuge mostly in Syria, in Sham. Sham always comes in hadith. Here specifically Syria. The people of this city will be divided into 3, meaning the city that we spoke about, the edge of the 2 seas. The Iraq, the Hira will be already conquered by Dajjal. Parts of Syria will be conquered by Dajjal as well. And then that's when Isa alayhi salam will come down. That's later on, inshallah. We're going to go to the next topic, inshallah. So then one will be at the edge of the 2 seas. This city, people will be divided into 3. One group will follow Dajjal. One group will be one group will go out in the wilderness, meaning they'll go to the next neighborhood. And one group will migrate to the wilderness. Yes, migrate to the wilderness, and one group will go to the next neighborhood. Now, the people that go to the next neighborhood, Dajjal will catch up to them. Dajjal will catch up to them. There, similarly, people will be divided into 3, moving away from one neighborhood, and some of them will follow him. Again, the same thing will happen until they will go to the western side of Syria. Western side of Syria. All the mu'mins will gather in Urdun, a place in Syria. This is not Jordan. This is not Jordan. Okay, this is Urdun, a place in Syria, and Al-Baytul Muqaddas. This is when now Dajjal is following them from one city to another until he arrives to this place called Urdun, next to Syria, next to Baytul Muqaddas, next to Palestine. Dajjal will reach a place in Syria near Palestine where the gate of Lud is. Gate of Lud is mentioned again specifically in Sahih Hadith, and he will appear at this place. He will appear at this place called Lud. Even now, if you Google it, you'll find it. On Google Maps, you'll find Babul Lud. Babul Lud, the gate of Lud. This is near Syria. Muslims will draw into a valley named Afiq, from where they will send their grazing cattle. All will be destroyed from their grazing cattle. All of their cattle, their sheep, their goats, their camels, their horses, their cows will all be destroyed. Muslims' wealth, everything will be destroyed. They won't have anything left to eat. Eventually, the Muslims will enclose themselves in a mountain in Baytul Muqaddas. In Palestine, they will go upon a mountain and they will seek refuge there, fearing Dajjal's fitna. This name of the mountain will be Jabal ad-Dukhan. Jabal ad-Dukhan. Jabal ad-Dukhan. Jabal ad-Dukhan, what does that mean? The mountain of smoke. Mountain of smoke. So the Muslims will be there seeking refuge away from Dajjal. Dajjal will encamp on foot on the mountain and siege around one Jamaat of the Muslims. One group of the Muslims will be seized by the Dajjal himself. This siege will be severe. Within this siege, thousands will probably die, most likely. I told you, whatever fitna is here, Dajjal's fitna will be 1,000,000 times greater. Whatever fitna we've heard of skulls being like mountains at Genghis Khan's time, this will be way